Hi scrapbookers, this is Megan and I am back with some more school themed layouts. So for these layouts that I'm doing today, I'm going to do 4 Project Life pages, which is two fronts and 2 backs, and then one 12 by 12 layout. And so you can see there, the left side, I have already done a little bit of cropping and, putting things together. So this first page is done. Now I'm going to move on to the second page, and I'm just kind of setting up these layouts and cutting things down so that I can also do some journaling. And let me pull out this page because I'm not looking at this page right now and I don't even remember what I did. Okay, yeah, so I did very minimal journaling and things on this page. The reason I am doing Project Life spreads for this layout is that I had a ton of photos and I just didn't want to do like 10 pages with these photos because my albums are already so huge and I have so many photos. I just wanted to get them scrapbooked and into an album. And so I chose to do Project Lifestyle. I'm using the Becky Higgins, let's see, I don't remember what style this is, but it's the 4x6 pocket pages. So right now I'm just gluing all of these photos onto that one card so that I can do some journaling on it. And these pictures are from field day last year. I walked around with Jonas's class, that's my oldest son, and we went from each station. I took pictures at each station. And so that the journaling that I am going to do, let's see, did I already do the journaling? I don't remember. Yeah, it looks like I did do the journaling. So it was just glow in the dark volleyball. They had so much fun playing this game. So they were given what is the like the glow in the dark necklaces, and they had like a beach ball and they were just kind of throwing it back and forth at each other and trying to hit it and stuff like that. The journaling that I'm doing right now on this little card, it just says Tinian loved helping a boy in Jonas's class to run after the big ball. So this one was really fun. They had to lay down on the grass in a circle and kick the ball from person to person and try to keep it within the circle. And so Tinian was kind of helping them and trying to catch the ball after that. So here I am. Oh, I pulled out from my click kit from August these little labels, and so I'm going to cut one down. Oh, I'm pulling out, I just bought a new blade for my Fiskars cutter, so I was just pulling that out. Then I'm going to cut down this tag, and it's yellow, and I'm going to do a little bit of journaling on there, and it's just going to say trying to keep the ball in the circle. And I don't know what that game was called, so I was just kind of, describing what they were doing to just kind of provide some kind of journaling. Then I'm going to cut the word sunshine out of this paper, which was also from the click kit from August. And I'm going to glue that on that top left-hand photo up in the left-hand corner. And then I believe I am done with all of these. So here I'm just going to put them all in the pockets. And then we are done with that page. And I told you these pages are going to be very minimal. I am not a normal Project Life scrapbooker. I just do Project Life to kind of supplement when I have an event that happens and I have way too many photos to scrapbook. So that page is done. Now I'm going to move on to the second spread of Project Life photos. So let me pull out that one. And I think, let's see, what am I going to do with this one? I made this layout last week, or I think it was 2 weeks ago. I don't really remember what I do. But I pull out the same 4x6 Project Life pocket style page. And here I'm just going through the photos and trying to figure out what I want to do and which ones I want to put where. So for this one, this side is going to be really, really simple, this first side. So I'm just going to start sticking all of these photos in to the pockets. I'm not going to do any journaling, and I'm just going to leave the top left-hand corner blank because I want to do a little journaling pocket there, or a title pocket. So then I turn it over, and I'm going to put those 3 photos on the right-hand side, and I'm just going to leave them how they are. And then on the left-hand or the right-hand side, I'm going to do 3 pockets of journaling. So here I pull out this paper, this rocket ship paper from the Chamel collection, and I'm gonna also pull, oh no, I do decide to use that one. So I'm gonna cut that one down to all 4x6, and I'm going to use that as the paper that I journal on. So here I'm just cutting it down, and I'm thinking, oh, maybe I'll use the rocket ship on there of that picture of my son's friend. But I decide it doesn't really go, and I probably could do some journaling to the left of the photo. So I decide to just cut the photo and put the, use the whole photo on both pockets, if that even makes sense. Sorry. I'm not explaining myself very well. So I glue down the bottom of the photo on that bottom journaling card. And then that top part of the photo, I'm going to glue at the top because the photo, I really wanted to have the whole photo in there so you could see that he was hanging from the basketball hoop. And so that's the reason why I decided to do that. So now I think I'm going to pull out a pencil and start doing my journaling. Oh, here I'm kind of switching around the pockets, thinking maybe I should move the picture up, but I didn't like that. So I'm just going to leave it down like that. Excuse me. So now here I'm pulling out my ruler and a pencil, and I'm just going to start doing some lines for journaling. And they aren't very straight. I try to make them straight, and they never are really straight. But I mean, you can really not even tell when you're looking at it. They actually look okay. So I'm okay with it. And I do end up having to erase some of the lines, and I'm kind of frustrated because you can see where I had to erase. And so I don't know if you guys have ever done that in part of the paper, you know, like it fades or something. Do you guys know of like a pencil or an eraser that doesn't make the paper fade if you do that? Like, because I've heard some people, you know, use a special eraser or something, but I can't remember what it is. So yeah, anyway, so now here I'm going to just start my journaling, and what I write is, Tinian and I spent about 2 hours walking around with Jonas's class on field day. It was a hot day, but Jonas had a lot of fun at each of the stations. I think there were, oops, I spelt the word there wrong. I think there were 12 or 13 total stations. The favorite one of all was the Otter Pops. They sat on the swings and ate their popsicles. Yum. Okay, so I'm just going to do that journaling up there, and then in the second pocket I'm also going to do the lines again, and I'll do some more journaling, and then I'm also going to kind of embellish that pocket with some washi tape from my stash. My stickers on my actual layout are coming off. It's kind of bothering me. Okay, so here I'm just finishing up that top card, journaling on there, and then I'm going to put it in the pocket. And now here is where I'm going to start doing the other lines. So I guess I could fast forward this, but I'm not going to because I'm going to be lazy. So the school themed layout hop, I'm going to try to get this video posted. Today is Monday the 14th, I believe, and tomorrow is actually the last official day of the hop. So what I'm thinking is I'm just going to leave the group open so that if you want to come and participate or join in, you can show us your school themed layouts, and that would be awesome. And then maybe next year I'll come back and do the same thing and just kind of make it a yearly thing. I've been thinking that might be kind of fun to do it every year, and then that would get me to actually scrapbook scrapbook my school photos because I don't scrapbook school photos a whole lot. I just kind of take them and then never scrapbook them. So I'm thinking that that's what I'm going to do. So if you want to come and subscribe to the Facebook group, I will leave a link below so you can do that. And we are also still having challenges. So come on over today and tomorrow. The last challenge will be tomorrow, as well as I will give out another prize tomorrow. And then that will be the end of the prizes and everything. But the group will still be active. So come on over and hang out with us and show us your fun school-themed layouts. Okay, so here I'm finally getting to the journaling part. This one says, when Jonas's class went back inside, Tinian and I decided to hang out with Brennan's class while they finished going around to the different stations. So they did a few of the stations and we decided to go with them, like I had said. And this photo on the very bottom is actually of one of Brennan's friends from his class. And I put it there because when you turn the page, or the next page after this Project Life one is going to be Brennan's class doing field day. And so I was okay with putting one of Brennan's classmates on a page about Jonas's class. So there I'm just putting the washi tape down to kind of give that card a little bit more interest. And then I'm just going to journal on the bottom photo. And I was being lazy and decided not to do the lines, which I kind of wish I had because then it would have looked uniform, but at the same time, I'm not really that broken up about it. So what I wrote down there was, after finishing one of the games, one of Brennan's friends randomly jumped on the basketball hoop. Too funny not to photograph. So I took a photo of him. And I thought that was cute. So I put it in my scrapbook. Okay, so after I do that, I'm going to go to the 12 by 12 layout. So I'm going to put this card in that pocket. And then that spread is done. Oh, I forgot that I was going to do that journaling card. So here, I'm not really sure what I want to do, but I did have this confetti chipboard piece, and one of the pieces said celebrate, and I was like, oh, that is cool. It could be like a little title, and it could be like celebrate field day, or something like that. And so instead of making this a journaling card, I'm going to have it be a title card for this Project Life kind of section. And so what I'm going to have it say, let me flip it over real quick, is celebrate the school year. So I pulled out some, I think those are Teresa Collins' little, what are they called? Teresa Collins alpha sticker sheet, and they're kind of like the Tim Holtz ones, but they're white with black letters instead of black with white letters. Then I also pulled out this October afternoon sticker alpha set, and I'm going to use that to spell out school year. I'm not really sure what I'm doing here. Kind of cleaning up, I think, is what I'm doing. So I also saw that there was this 4 on that chipboard piece, and so I'm going to put the 4 in the corner there, and then I'm going to move it over a little bit after I put down the title. So I'm just going to put down the title, and then I'm going to have it say 4th grade so that you know this is his 4th grade year. I don't know about you, but I always forget what year they do what grade, and like it kind of bothers me, but there's so many years to, remember that I'm just like, there's no way I'm ever going to remember what grade they're in. So I really did like the idea of putting the 4 there to stand for 4th grade. So there I'm thinking, well, maybe I could embellish with this little circle, but I didn't like it because it was just too big. And then I saw this black heart, so I'm going to use that. And then I also use that little banner flag at the top that says yay. And here is where I move the 4 over, and then I just write in 4th grade. So I believe that is it. I am done with that layout spread. And now I'm going to move on to the actual 12 by 12 layout. So here I just cut down this, let's see. Oh, I had a white sheet of paper that I had cut out a title from with my silhouette for a layout earlier last month, and I decided that I wanted to just use it as the background. So here I'm just putting down some chamel paper that I don't think that I will ever use. Not that it's not good paper, it's just kind of a weird rusty pink color, and I just didn't really like it. So then I'm going to glue down this blue paper, and that is also from the new Chamel collection called True Stories. And I'm going to glue these photos right there on the right side of it. And these are just 3 of my favorite things that happened during the field day that we spent with him. Then I cut apart this delighted little Polaroid frame, and I'm going to put that down there in the bottom right hand corner. I'm also going to back the photo on this blue paper, which I think is also from the Chamel collection, and it wasn't quite long enough, so I had to cut an extra piece off and put that on the bottom. And honestly, you can't even really tell that there's a split there, and so it worked out really good. So here I'm just cutting down that mat around the photo. And then I also had this extra piece from the Chamel collection. And so I'm going to cut that down to fit right there and then glue the photo right on top of that mat. And I really like how that works out. So here I am. I think I'm going to glue down the photos real quick. And I'm just trying to place them perfectly on the layout. Sometimes I get really anal about placement of photos, and sometimes I'm not, but usually I am pretty anal about that. So here I'm just going to cut down that excess of the red paper, and then I have some extra left over, so I'm going to put it down there underneath that bottom photo on the right hand side. And I really like how that looks. That turns out really good. And then I'm just going to glue that delighted little Polaroid frame in the bottom right hand corner. I'm also going to put the leftover piece of that red and white striped paper up in the right hand corner, and then I'm going to cut out this tag that is also from my Click Kit, and I'm going to stamp the date on there, which was June 3rd of 2015. So I'm gluing all of that down. And I'm going to use my new Becky Higgins Project Life date stamp. And I really love that thing. It's awesome. I like it that it's just a date stamp and it doesn't have like the saying next to it, which a lot of rotary date stamps do have sayings next to it. So it makes it a little bit easier. Here I am using a white button that I got last year. And then I'm also going to use these little resin, what are they? Red flowers. And I got those in a Studio Calico kit last year, I believe. And now I'm going to pick out the alpha, and I was thinking I liked this striped blue alpha from Amy Tangerine, but I wanted the title to be Field Day Favorites, and I don't think I had like any E's or other like A's and stuff like that. So I had to scrap that idea of using that alpha. So I went and found a old Creative Memories silver alpha, and so I'm going to use that. I'm going to have Field Day be in let's see, the first letter is going to be a capital, and then the rest of the word is going to be lowercase, and then favorites is going to be all caps, because I think I didn't have enough of one letter or something like that. I think it was probably I didn't have enough E's or something. I don't remember. So I get that put down, and I am using wax paper just to make sure that I like where I have it placed. And that is an idea that I got from Mercy Tiara a long, long time ago. I think that was when I first started watching YouTube back in 2013 or early 2014. She was one of the first people I started watching, and she would do that. And so I totally picked it up because I used to see people use like rulers and place them on the ruler. But when I would try doing that, it would always get all wonky no matter what I tried to do. So the wax paper is a lot easier. Okay, so here I'm just putting down the word favorites. And I think I'm going to have to like put some Mod Podge over it or something because it's not staying glued down. I have to keep pushing on them to keep them down. But anyway, so I really like how that looks. So I put it all down. And then I'm going to do a little bit of misting, not too much. And then that is going to be the end of this layout. So I am having a lot of fun scrapbooking all of these photos. If I hadn't decided to do this challenge, I probably wouldn't have, done it at all. And so like this is really, really cool that I finally got these photos done. I've had them printed out, for like ever since it happened. I think I printed them off right after this happened. And so it's really nice to actually get them scrapbooked. But yeah, so that is it. So here is where I'm going to do I think I used the Peacock from Heidi Swapp Color Shine, and I really, really like that color. It's kind of like a medium blue, but it's also like kind of dark at the same time, so it's really nice. I got a little bit on my photo, so I'm using my Undo photo cleaner, and it's kind of working but kind of not. That bottom photo was really bad. It didn't want to come off of there, and I think it was because it was a different quality photo. So thank you for watching, guys, and I will hopefully be back tomorrow with my last layout for this challenge. Thanks for watching. Bye.